Hey guys, Chrome Tyrrell here. Let me see if I can adjust some things here. There we go. And today, I'm not going to be doing any Slayer or anything like that I'm aware of. And I want to tell you guys about some offbeat money makers that maybe you don't know about, and that's something that you'd like to try to try to make money in this game. So, first, I want to say that a lot of the time, money making methods in RuneScape usually involve one of three or possibly four things. I haven't thought of the fourth one yet. It's usually defeating a monster of some type to get the drops or other things, or gathering or making stuff, or buying something. I mean, gathering and making stuff, I think of it as like crafting something or like making jewelry and then enchanting it or something like that. So, like, for instance, if we go to like the money making guide of the RuneScape wiki, I was going to run down that. I was also going to maybe title this video Shake Your Money Maker, but I didn't know if YouTube would have had a kitten over that, even though it's just based on the 1961 blues song of the same name written by Elmore James. So, and a 1990s album of a group called the Black Crows. But anyway, so if we look at the money making guide on the RuneScape wiki, where are we at? I don't have it. Let's see. And everything here is laid out for you to see by accident as far as where I'm going. Oh, well. Okay, so basically, if you look at the money making guide for RuneScape, it would say like Nex and QBD and the Queen Black Dragon and lots of like crafting mud runes or making a certain type of potion with the scroll of cleansing. And that's interesting if you'd like to do that. But sometimes you don't have the skill for that or even the desire to do that. Maybe you're a skiller or like you can't kill Nex right now. You can't get those premium drops or anything like that. Maybe you'd want to go after making arrow shafts or things like that. And also, if anything involves making any kind of profit with any kind of thing where you would buy and then to like craft or anything like that and then sell, check the price before you do a lot of things like that. The first method we're going to talk about, the one that I don't really like, but I'm going to suggest it if it's something you discover you like, is tanning dragon leather. Oops. Oh, dear. It's terrible. Okay. So, like, what you want to do, you would buy the, let's do green dragon leather. Or green dragon hide, sorry. Green dragon hide. So 1,733 GP. So let's just over 5% that so we would get it right away, which is not what you normally want to do. Okay, so it's 1,800 GP exactly. Okay, then we would craft that. After you tan it, you would craft it into dragon leather if you have the crafting level for that. And it's not terrible crafting. Here we go, green dragon leather. So that what we would do, so generally it would be the difference between price of whatever, whoops, I did that wrong. We've got to check our history, wrong button. Okay, whatever the difference is between this is what you're going to buy, and then this is what you're going to sell. If you were to slow sell it so that you would get it so that you would sell it for 105% of the price, it would take longer, but you would make more money. So it looks like based on this preliminary check that I had done, I'd probably need to try it, that it would be 118 GP profit as far as this goes, but you would also have to deduct, I think it's 20 gold per hide that you would need to tan with the portable crafter, which World 84 4, I believe, is the one in Members Worlds that have all the portables in there, and that you can configure the crafter to tan it and tan all the hides in one click. So I just can't really be bothered to do that simply because of the fact that I just can't really. Oh, that's right. I forgot it would be slightly more. It'd be more like 200. I forgot I insta bought it. So it would be slightly more. Sorry about that. Oh dear. Okay. And I don't know why I don't really like the idea of tanning the leather. It just seems to me that it's so, I don't know, it doesn't really give any XP, and I just am not overly impressed with it. But if something you'd like to do, I mean, it would be, I don't know how many hides can be tanned per hour. It's 1,000 if you're really on it. So it is a profitable method as far as that goes. But if you'd like to try it, that is totally okay. All right. So next, let's see if I can get my Draken medallion here. And it's okay if you don't have a Draken medallion. I'll explain it in a minute. But whoops. But I don't want to do that right now. I totally forgot. We need to go to miscellanea for the next 2 methods when I go there. In order to complete this next 2 kind of offbeat type money makers, well, first of all, after you do Throne of Miscellania, you unlock the Kingdom, which you can talk to Advisor Grimm and collect your stuff. I haven't collected in a while just because, I don't know, being strange. So after you do Throne of Miscellania, in addition to Miscellanea and whatnot, you also get access to a couple of interesting things to make money. And these are some things I myself had not tested, which I probably should. The first one is to go down here and to, where is she? Ah, yes. Is it Oswald? I think it is. Oh no, it's not. It's Runa. I remember trying to do this before. It's you can buy cider for 2 GP, and it sells for like a lot more than 2 GP. I should have probably. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you that my video editing skills don't exist at this point, so I have to do everything live here, which is why I'm hoping that it would not take so long. Okay, back here, because I want to actually buy the cider first. Okay, we go to Runa and buy the cider. The only problem with this buying cider is I don't think it's used for a terribly large amount of things. That's the only problem with it. So as such, I don't know how it sells as far as a demand for it, which is another thing you want to determine before you try a certain method. So it all depends. Profitability depends on the demand for the item exceeding the supply of the item. So you would have to discover what the cider itself would be used for. See, I have no idea why I can buy it for 2 GP and sell it for almost 5,000. I mean, that's crazy to me. That's ridiculous. Okay. So, and I don't even know what it does. I mean, let's see. It probably is some kind of stat increase, maybe. Let's see. Okay, the attack went down by 3. Strength went down. Okay, I'm not seeing any promising stuff here. So basically all the stats are the same. It might be for some kind of brewing or cooking, but it seems to me that it's just an artful way to get smashed. Okay, and the second money-making method that you unlock besides the actual kingdom is you can talk to this flower girl here. And if you spam through this chat, say yes, please, for 15 GP, she'll sell you some flowers, which you can wield. You can also sell for a lot of money. So it's the same set of flowers that you were to get from Mithril Seeds if you complete the Legends quest. You're able to buy Mithril Seeds in the, I think, the second floor of the Legends Guild. And you plant them and random flowers appear. So if you don't have that, you could also do this, even though it's kind of a pain to hold spacebar through the chat sometimes. So, okay, and let's just go over the, let's see, Throne of Miscellanea requirements would be the Hero's Quest, which you got to get like a lava eel and all that. 56 quest points, Shield of Rav. Dragon Slayer is probably the biggest pain there. Although I thought the Fermentic Trials were pretty terrible, despite that. Anyway, okay. Next, I want to talk about for the fourth method. I can count. I can. For the fourth method is no, it's not marigolds. It's I want to teleport to. Oh, I did that wrong. I can teleport. I still have like 10 charges on it, so uses a charge if you're not in like Canifis or anything. Oh, maybe. Wait a minute. I could just go to Canifis and just go there. The next money-making method, and this is kind of a better one, but it was interesting to me because sometimes things don't sell as well. That's kind of just my experience with it. I'm going to go to Bird of Rot. You have to do Shades of Morton to do this method, but also you would want to do optimally, you'd want to do in A to the Myreque, Myreque. I don't really know how that's pronounced. I may be slaughtering it terribly. Apologies if I am. Okay, because that gives you the access to the bank in this town, and banking is much easier. Okay, so we would jump this gate, and we're going to go buy olive oil from Razmeyer's General Store up here in Morton. Oops, I did that wrong. I should have brought the Draken Medallion with me. Okay, so you would go up here in this store and trade Razmeyer Kaelgan, this dude, Keelgan, this guy. Open the Builder's Store. Nope, wait a minute. Let's open the General Store. And here you go. 500 vials of oil. We can buy them for 26 GP each. Could just buy one. What? Razmeyer upgrades your olive oil to 4 doses for free to thank you for... Okay. Well, if you don't have that, it's 3 doses. Confound it. All right, so I'm going to have to like decant or something. Also, usually what happens is you can sell this as is for 774 GP, it says. Or you can go over here to try to rebuild this temple to get this broken fire altar set up to make it into sacred oil instead. The main world for the Shades of Morton minigame is level 8, or sorry, world 88, rather. So then you would buy a bunch of them. I would also encourage level 52 summoning at least for a Spirit Terror Bird, so that you could buy an extra 12 of them, so it wouldn't be so much running back and forth. And to have completed Branches of Darkmire to get a Draken Medallion, although if you do have a Draken Medallion, it may be a more interesting thing for you to hang out and try to slaughter the Firewatch for what they drop, that you might enjoy that better than this. so at 500, it would be basically, without a Beast of Burden, 500 would be something like, let's see, 500 would be about 18 trips back and forth. So however long it would take you to make those 18 trips back and forth. So basically, you would make, well, if you have the Draken Medallion, the trips are obviously faster, but that's okay. I mean, there's no approximate coins per hour here because it all depends on how fast you are. If this price holds out when you're checking the price, however many days, weeks, or months later as you're watching this. But I think starting out with 26 GP and getting it up to 774 is a pretty big deal. Pretty cool. So, all right. Since I can indeed count to 5, we're up to our last money-making method. I think is a rather offbeat method, and I was rather shocked by this. I'm just saying because of the fact that, and I will show you, I think I have my supplies in the bank for this. So I'd be able to show you how this method is actually done. Okay, so let's see. Pardon me, what seeds I have. Let's see. Here we go. This is a marigold seed. All right, here we go. And let me search for marigolds. I have marigolds in the bank. They protect certain crops from disease in this game, like 4 or 5 different ones. Let's see. Can actually tell you which ones. They require level 2 farming, which is really awesome because it's almost no experience whatsoever to get for level 2 farming. And it took 17.5 minutes to grow, so you could probably, provided they didn't die, you could probably make this run 3 times every hour, which is pretty awesome. The bowl ant pouch ingredient and delicious honeycomb at the player-owned farm. Okay, so this is the thing now. This is the awesome part. Okay, so examine the seed. You can buy it for 167 GP each. Okay, you would plant that and then wait 17.5 minutes. I think that's what they said, 0.5. And then it would grow into a marigold if it doesn't die to give you 6,200 GP. So we started at 167. We went to almost 6K, over 6K. So that would be like a 50, not 50 times profit. It would be like 30 times profit, 30 times cost. So it would be basically the equivalent of like, I don't know, 3,000% or something like that. So it's pretty awesome. You don't need a lot of farming experience to grow those because it's just level 2. I mean, basically what you would do is they're planning any allotments. There are a lot of different types of allotments. Well, the allotment is the same, but the locations around RuneScape are different. So basically, beginning farming looks like this. This is an allotment. Here's your herb patch. There's this other allotment. And here's the flower patch. It has a butterfly flower plant in it now, and I'm going to pick that just for fun because it'll be the first one I ever grew, and I totally forgot about it. So then we would plant this here, and that's where you would go. I mean, there is you can look up online about where the allotments are. I mean, they're fairly common. There's one, It's been so long since I had done a farming run because I discovered that player-owned farms is much better as far as XP, regrettably. So there's one in here in Catherby. There's also one in southeast of Falador by the Cabbage Patch area, which is northwest of Drainer Village. And there's another one. Oh, man. Well, there's lots of different ones that you can take advantage of. So that'll be the end of the video. I don't know if this will make this into a series because there are a lot of other methods that I described, like crafting runes and things like that, would be more profitable than this. But I mean, if you don't have the skills or that's something you're not into, I was trying to think of other types of things that you could do that wouldn't involve that. Because you should do stuff in this game that you enjoy doing. And if you don't do certain types of methods, I suggest, don't do it if you don't like it. The key is to find 2 or 3 methods that you like or that at least don't bore you to death, and to do those so that you're not like totally bored all the time, because it's not the purpose to be bored. It's actually the purpose of this. Have fun, of course. So anyway, so that'll be the end of the video. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Keep going on your RuneScape journey and your life journey too, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.